What's good, my Sonic brothers and sisters? If you haven't heard the news, we have Knuckles in the Sonic movie sequel. I provide all that information in a previous video, Knuckles confirmed for the Sonic movie 2. Yeah, so if you can't tell, I'm hype. I'm off the walls. I am so excited to see Knuckles in this sequel. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about, my thoughts. Obviously, I told you I'm excited. But more so, I'm going to be talking about, what could Knuckles' role be? What's he going to do in this movie? And why is he going to be so important? So from the website, we already know that Knuckles is not going to be some relegated cameo like Tails was in the first movie. He will not be at the end. He will not be credit scene. He will not be anything like that. He will be a fleshed out role. Since Knuckles is more than just a cameo, we're going to be seeing him play a main role. But the question is, what will he be doing? Will he be an antagonist, neutral, a protagonist? What will he be doing? We know in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, he was an antagonist at the start, and eventually along the lines realized he was being fooled by Eggman, and that's when he became a protagonist. So the Sonic movie 1 ended off with Eggman in the Mushroom Planet, and he's talking about he'll be home by Christmas. And the important thing I think to note here is that he is in the Mushroom Planet. And where's the first place we see Knuckles in any Sonic game? Angel Island. He's chilling, and there's the mushrooms, and you hear the music kicks in and all that stuff. So I think it's important to note that Eggman might have that first encounter with Knuckles. I think Eggman will definitely see Knuckles first in this movie out of any other character. Now, this opens up the floodgates for a lot of different possibilities. We can see Knuckles fight Eggman. We could see Knuckles working together with Eggman. And also, it opens up a couple other questions. Are there other echidnas in the Mushroom Planet? Is there even a Master Emerald in the Mushroom Planet? See, there's a bunch of questions we have that are unanswered and will probably remain unanswered until we get the first trailer or teaser or whatever or what have you. So my theory is that Knuckles and Eggman, they might fight for a little bit, not very long, but I believe that Eggman will somehow convince Knuckles to work alongside him. It probably would be for the majority of the movie. It'd probably have Knuckles and Eggman being this little partner dynamic duo fighting against Sonic. Another thought I had was, I'm thinking that Knuckles and Eggman are going to be trying to solo Sonic in the beginning. It'll be Knuckles and Eggman versus Sonic, and Tails will eventually show up, but it won't be at the beginning during that fight. I'm thinking that Tails will probably show up a little later, like maybe mid-fight, and he'll be like, oh shoot, there's Sonic, let me go ahead and help him out. I don't know what's going on, but let me give him assistance. Knuckles being introduced in this movie is huge. This means this movie will not be some sort of road trip type movie like it was in the first. We're probably going to be seeing a ton of action and a ton of, it's going to be like a chase sort of thing. Like, Sonic maybe at the beginning, he might be running from Knuckles and Eggman, and maybe he'll meet up with Tails, get cornered, and Tails will be able to give him that support that he needs during a fight. This will definitely clear up my few complaints I had with the original Sonic movie, where I thought that the Eggman-Sonic rivalry really wasn't there. It felt more like a Tom and Eggman type rivalry. I definitely think this is going to be more of a Sonic versus Eggman type deal. And also a Knuckles versus Sonic. It'll build that rivalry type. And I think that'll be really amazing to see Sonic fighting Knuckles once again, and I'm really hyped just to see that alone. Knuckles being in this movie also clears up a lot of other things we had going on here, with Tyson Hesse also working on the movie. We didn't know originally why he was coming back, because Sonic and Tails, their models were already kind of done. Like, there wouldn't be anything else they need to work on. But Knuckles being in there definitely makes sure that this is the reason why he's here. He's definitely going to be redesigning or fixing up or designing Knuckles, and that's the reason why he's going to be here. Now, with this news, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that we're probably not going to be seeing any other new characters. Like, I don't expect Amy, Silver, Shadow, whoever else you want to throw in there. I don't think anyone else is going to make the cut for this movie. It's going to be just Knuckles, Sonic, Tails, and Eggman. Now, I say this because my original expectation was, I was thinking Metal Sonic may be in this movie, and I feel like bringing Metal Sonic in also brings in Amy, and I know that was already a lot of characters from the jump, but Eggman had that Sonic quill at the end, so I was thinking he'd craft another Sonic to fight against Sonic, and that would be the sequel, throw in Tails there. It'd be like Sonic CD plus Tails and that sort of deal, but I just don't see that happening. I'm not sure how he'll put that quill to use. I mean, I might be wrong, and maybe Metal Sonic will be in the second movie, which will be amazing. There'll be so many, too many Sonic references, and not that you can have too many in a Sonic movie, but this would be insane if Metal Sonic were thrown up in there along with Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic and Eggman. we'd have like literally close to the whole main cast, disregarding a few other characters. So with that news, I really think the plot is it's right there. Like, it's just literally, I think it's going to be like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's going to be that type of plot. And I just really think that Knuckles will be the heaviest hitting antagonist in this movie. I'm not saying Eggman will take a back seat per se, but I am saying that Eggman will not show his true villainous role until the end. Like, I'm thinking once Knuckles finds out that he's been fooled and maybe thinking that Sonic was actually trying to take over the world, maybe Eggman convinces him of something like that, and once Knuckles realizes this, he's probably like, okay, so Eggman's the main guy, and then Eggman could probably just unleash some sort of mega monster machine or whatever, and that could be Metal Sonic. I'm not sure, but that would be amazing. But anyway, Eggman would show his true colors at the end of the movie to everybody. Don't know, however, what they would do at the end of the movie. Like, where would Eggman go? Would he be thrown in jail? Would he be into another portal, another world, or something like that? I'm not sure where to go from there, but I just do know that Knuckles, Sonic, and Tails are gonna have to end up working together. Now, what does this mean, like, for Knuckles' character? Like, what will he look like, and who is voicing him? For one thing, we do know, for voice actors, we do know that they are looking for A-list actors for this movie, whether it be a cameo or a full-on role. I've mentioned this in a previous video. Please go check that out. I'll link it above on the little information icon, so click that if you haven't. One of the actors they have listed is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, meaning he could play Knuckles in the Sonic movie sequel. And there's a couple of videos surfing around on Twitter, and you could probably just look it up on YouTube. There's a couple of videos on there that showcase Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing as Knuckles, like what it would be like, what it would sound like, and not gonna lie, it sounds pretty good. So that's just my take on it. I'm not sure what you think. Let me know it in the comments below. Who you would want to play as Knuckles. Personally, right now, if you're going A-list actors, A-list celebrities, then sure, go Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. As for Knuckles design, I'm gonna say my perfect picture Knuckles design for you, and then I'm gonna give you what I think is gonna happen. So, for me, what I would like to see Knuckles look like is, I don't know how many of you have seen that Sonic OVA. I love that hat for Knuckles. I feel like that's a good first look for Knuckles in this movie. If you had that hat on, maybe he was just, like, because I feel like that gives him the treasure hunting vibe. Like, he's got the hat on, he got maybe the bag. It shows that he's actually about treasure hunting. It would give him more character. It'd make him look more stand-outy than just the regular Knuckles. I personally wouldn't be too surprised if Tyson Hess were like, well, let's just switch things up this one time. Let's give the fans something they can look at and be like, oh, cool, I know that's from the hat. That's cool. I wouldn't be too surprised if Tyson Hess were to pull that kind of card, because if you think about it, Sonic looks kind of similar to how he looks in the games, minus like the tan arms, different shoes and stuff like that. So they make the characters look different from the games subtly. Like, it's a very small difference. I mean, minus like the quills and stuff like that. That's just for realism, I guess. But still, the shoes and stuff like that, and for Sonic, and then you give Knuckles the hat, it makes it different somehow, a little bit different than the games. So that should be all I think they would change, if they would change anything to Knuckles. Maybe give him fingers, I don't know. But I really doubt they'll go drastic by, I don't know, making him a different color or something stupid. They already mentioned they're going to keep him red, so he's going to stay red. He's going to remain, appearance-wise, he's going to look similar to Knuckles. I don't think they'll do any drastic changes, considering Tyson S is on board again. So I just don't think anything crazy. So if you have your hopes set on looking like a regular Knuckles straight out of the games, then you're probably going to get that. I'm saying there's a slight chance they might do some sort of tiny change, but I doubt it. But I really think, yeah, they're going to keep the same basic look for Knuckles, but personality, I think, is a key pinpoint. Like, what will he be like? How is he going to act? How is he going to show the cards? Because Sonic acts a bit differently than he does in the games, and that's because he's a younger version of Sonic. Will this be a different, younger version of Knuckles? So I think the next thing we should discuss is, how should Knuckles act? How should he carry himself? And how should the viewer be able to see and take this character? And I think this is an important question, because if you look at the Sonic movie, you notice that Sonic is a bit different than how he is in the games. The Sonic we have in the movie is way more childlike. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that he is way more easily distracted and kind of caught off guard at most times. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good way to write Sonic in the earlier stages of his development. But with that being said, Sonic is written a bit differently. So does that mean that Knuckles will be? And I'm thinking that he might be. Now, for Knuckles' sake, I'm thinking that the way he will be written is, I think he will be more quiet, reserved, and composed. And I feel like that really stems from him just kind of being, if he is alone in the Mushroom Plane, I think that's where he'll get that trait. Because I'm not sure if they're going to have echidnas there or not, but even still, I think that Knuckles should be written in a way where he's just more composed, but he can get angry easily. I feel like writing Knuckles that way emotionally diversifies the group, because Sonic is already seen as that energetic blue ball of energy, and Tails is going to be seen as that smart guy, but he's probably going to be really clumsy. And I feel like Knuckles would just be like the chill guy of the group, the low-key, laid-back guy who can handle just about anything Sonic and Tails can handle with relative ease. But that's my 2 cents on what I think Knuckles' role will be in this movie, my honest and true thoughts when I first heard about this news. That's everything I have to say about Knuckles in the Sonic movie sequel. But what are your thoughts? Are you excited to see Knuckles in this movie? Are you scared because too many characters? Or are you not? Are you just generally have no idea how he's going to play out, but you're excited to see it nonetheless? Let me know down below. I really want to read your opinions and reply to you guys, because honestly, making these videos for you guys is a ton of fun, and I will continuously do this relentlessly, nonstop. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and check out my other videos out too, because I talk about Sonic a ton on this channel. But that's all I'm going to say. This is Sonicsta signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Why are you playing that trash?